Hey guys, Under the Stars, and we're going to look at Poverty Point, another amazing discovery. And thank you to Christina for bringing me this information and having me to take a look at it. She was on an expedition to Poverty Point in Louisiana, and she asked me to take a look at it. Now, this is the beauty of this channel. Inside each and every one of you, you hold the secrets of truth, and you know it in your heart. And together, as a collective, we're able to take this information and look at it with all of our combined knowledge. And that is what makes this channel so beautiful. And I want to thank Christina for asking me to take a look at it. Now, Poverty Point is an earthworks formation in Louisiana, and this is it. And to this point, no significant discoveries have been attributed to this site. But I'm going to show you something amazing today. Now, everybody knows what pi is. Pi is 3.14. And to this point, as far back as they go in history, is the Great Pyramid at Giza. And they acknowledge that the ancient Egyptians knew about pi and encoded it in the construction of the Great Pyramid. But what they don't tell you is that there are also people that encoded this 3.14 into their earthworks here in the United States of America. And they were the Poverty Point culture, Native Americans, as far back as 1650 BCE, before Christ's era. Now, I'm going to show you why, and I'm also going to show you how this discovery has not been made yet. There are alignments here between Mound B, Mound A, and Mound E. And when you make that alignment in Google Earth, here it is. It comes out to exactly 3.14. And you can do this for yourself. Now, if there was no half circle next to it, you might not understand that this means pi, but since there is a perfect semicircle here, it would make sense that this is attributed to pi. And as far as I know, no one else has made this discovery yet. And now, you guys, I'm going to show you something that is simply amazing. And Christina, bless your cotton socks for finding this information. Now, I want you to look at this road. This is your landmark. Let's blow this up. And I want you to look at the alignment between Mound D and Mound C and see how it slowly starts to converge. It's not quite parallel, but it is at an angle. And the line between here, and the line that goes between the mound here, which is the natural geography, the natural features, forms a line that is almost parallel to this road, which is like a highway, but not quite. And I want you now to look at that same line that I plotted. There's the road, slight converging angle, and what you're going to see next is simply amazing. Now, this line is at 339 degrees, and it hits dead center to Angkor Wat, an ancient temple complex in Cambodia. All the billions of dollars in archaeological degrees, and it's hiding in plain sight. No one saw this. The alignments are in our faces, and because of our conceited attitude toward history, we either purposefully deny the brilliance of these ancient cultures, or we're just too stupid to understand what it is that they've shown us. And finally, this article explains the unique orientation of Angkor Wat and its expression of pi related to all of the other ancient megalithic sites in the world, many of which fall on this straight line, all connected. This is simply unbelievable, but you're never going to hear this in a geographic classroom or an archaeological classroom, because it is ancient knowledge, and they do not want you to know about this. All of the ancient sites on our planet are related, and this article goes into much detail about how that happens. and how it relates to pi. Now, let's take a look at the poverty point culture. It says here, Poverty Point is a prehistoric earthworks of the Poverty Point culture, now a historic monument located in the southern United States. It is 15.5 miles from the current Mississippi River and located on the edge of the Macon Ridge. And of course, it goes into the history of it. Now, to this point, according to this article, they don't give this people much credit in the way of sophistication of a culture. It's also interesting that this was authorized in 1988 on Halloween. We've talked a lot about the number 88 and the importance of the year 1988. Now, to this point, what they're telling us about this culture is that they were a hunter-gatherer culture, a simple culture, compared to an agricultural culture. They try to elevate the Egyptian culture above this culture, but in fact, they also knew pi and what it meant. And that is something of significance. It means that the knowledge of math goes back all the way throughout the beginning of history. It goes in here to actually describe the earthworks and the different mounds. But I thought this was pretty amazing. Now, how could archaeologists have missed this? These are people with degrees who go to school for 10 years or more to learn how to examine these sites. But yet, the most simple discovery they could not make. Here's some clay balls that they found at the site. Let's take a look at them. Gosh, these almost look like dice. We have some shells, some different artifacts from the site. This is pretty amazing stuff, you guys. So again, the discovery that we have in a perfect alignment that almost touches this half circle of Poverty Point. Now I ran this line around the earth and I didn't find any other places that it actually passes through. But it's interesting because the Wikipedia article mentions Monk's Mound, which the line passes near but not through. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Once again, thanks to Christina for having me take a look at this. But this alignment is pretty amazing. We also have kind of a corroboration of the alignment with the natural features and geography. Look at this tree line here. It seems to follow the line, okay? So that's corroboration of the alignment. But you guys can do this alignment for yourself. Simply compare what you see here to what you see here. These 3 points, use these as your references, and it comes out to exactly 3.14. Take care and be safe, you guys.